Hello everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film, and we're from the European server, this time Malinovka Standard Mode West Spawn. And I know you're thinking, oh great, we're going to see another tank go over there to E5 or F7 and spot from the bushes same as before, but no, you're not. This is Creative35 in his VK2801, and he takes a slightly different approach to spotting here on the west side, and he gets over 8k spotting damage doing it. So watch and see what he does. Instead of going over into the E-row bushes, he's going to pull straight out here, break down the wall, and just sit here right in the middle and spot from here. There's multiple ways to spot on this map. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to see all this. You'll see a little bit back here. You won't see as far up this way as if you moved over into these bushes. At the same time, you have much less risk of being exposed by enemy scouts moving up as that MT-25 did right away. So it's a little bit safer, but you give up a little bit of V-range aerial coverage, I guess. But you'll see it works out extremely well for him, despite the fact they're down a tank right now. He's going to continue to get assisted damage throughout the fight. Two of their heavies are moving up to the hill. The enemy team has a lot more heavies. You would think they would be able to take control of the hill, but there's so many of them stayed down south. I don't know if they sent enough people up actually to win control of the hill, which is really weird because with the amount of heavies in the fight, you'd suspect that they would have taken the hill and all of his TDs would have had to set up down in here to play defense against an assault from the hill, but that's not the way it's playing out. The enemy teams, it looks like they didn't really go after the hill, and that may not serve them very well in the long run. So he's pulling back. He wants to shift position. He's making like he's going to move out in the center, but I think really he's just testing the water right here. Pull out part way. Do I get seen? Do I get seen? I have my little hill right behind me. It's a little dip that can protect me. Nobody saw me. Cool. Now I'm going to dash out into the bushes. So before he extended too far to where he didn't have any cover or concealment nearby, he took a little test run. Nobody saw him, so now he commits to going out to the middle, and hopefully he'll get more spots out here. KV4 shows up off to the left. They're continuing to go after the T-32. One more shot does it. There he goes. Now hopefully they can take out the KV4. And there's the prototype off at the left end of the buildings. T-34 is coming over because the T-32 died, so the Heavy's natural curiosity locks in on that and goes, I better go investigate why he died. I'm going to go right to where he was. Takes a shot at the dad's horn and gets a big hit on him. That's why he took it. He knew there was a lot of damage sitting there in that round. And the T-34 is beginning to learn why the T-32 died, because Creative's team can hit him there. And now he's probably going, gee, why did I come over here? That was pretty stupid. They're down two tanks in the fight yet, because the heavies that made it over the hill got wiped out. So now they end up having to be defensive up north, simply because their attacking force didn't do too well. And Creative35 is going to drop back and help watch to the north, I believe, because they're expecting more of an attack coming from that direction. So he wants to go spot for his team. He gets spotted as he leaves the field, but he's managed to get away. He should have concealment back by now. Comes the ELC around the edge. Hellcat takes him out. He gets spotted as he moves around, most likely by the MT-25.
Fire! Put it out quick! The fire is out!
The WZ-111 moved up to the north to try to help out to defend against the attack from that direction. And so they're actually set up pretty good to defend Cap. There's the T-28 crawling across the hill up there. He's going to die. And the MT-25 is coming around the edge, not realizing that Creative35 is sitting here waiting on him, and he takes him out with a one-shot, big hit. Fight's starting to even up. They have a positional advantage right now, because no matter where the enemy team attacks from, they're going to have good sight on them. The Hellcat takes out the T-29, and now the GW Panther drops the shell on the prototype, and the fight just shifted almost completely into their favor. They get rid of this Churchill 8, and it's just Artie left, and there we go. Just a matter of mopping up the two Artie now. All because they were patient. You'll see a lot of times when you really should be defending, one or two teammates run off and try to attack. Very ill-advised, because they have no support with them. And so once he realized they were falling behind on tanks and not catching up, he dropped back and just started providing eyes for the defense. And with them spread out and covering all avenues of approach, they were able to even up the fight and now pull into a commanding lead. And there's the game. If a couple of them had gone off on offense near the end, they probably would have lost the fight. He ends up with 903 damage and 2 kills, 4-4 shooting 100%, but he did all his damage with his eyes, 8,301 spotting damage on 10 spots, earned 71,061 credits. He also was awarded 2,724 XP, survived the fight, got patrol duty and scout medals. Also got spotter, fire for effect, and bruiser mini medals. That gives him a battle score 2,789, which puts him currently in second place in the VK2801 list. So a little bit of a small wrinkle in where he sets up to spot at. As you can see, it's just as effective as going to the more popular bushes a little bit to his left. The real key in the fight was when he decided to drop back from here. He dropped back, or actually he was up here at the time, dropped back and started spotting in this location to help light up the tanks in here. And then when he caught the MT-25 trying to sneak around the edge here, that took away the last of the enemy's eyes, and he had complete advantage of superior view range and was able to exploit that and get his team back into a lead and then just crush them at the end. So in what was a battle where they trailed most of the time, they ended up winning by a comfortable 4-tank margin, all because of his eyes and some timely shooting by the GW Panther, who did quite well. The Hellcat did quite well as well. You have to be alert to what's going on the map. If he would have decided to press the attack right then and gone off and tried the lone wolf, they probably would have lost the fight. But he realized they needed to be in a defensive position, so he dropped back and helped contribute to the defense. And that ended up allowing to shift the fight in their favor. Watch the mini-map, be aware of what it's telling you. And then, remember you're part of a team. You play better as part of a team. So don't pick the wrong time to go off and try to be the hero by yourself, because your team is much stronger if your eyes are there helping them out, and you just saw a great example of that from Malinovka standard mode West Spawn, watching his team destroy the spots that he gave them. Happy hunting.